welcome to Kaya's Corner. I'm your host, Kaya Bryant, and on today's segment, our first segment of Memory Monday, I'll be telling you a childhood story that I think you'll all enjoy. Kids do the darndest things, don't they? This is especially true for the young me. If you know me, you know I'm a little sassier than the next girl, and that didn't just come out of thin air. As a child, I used to get upset and storm off like my life was an audition for a Disney Channel movie. So today I'm going to tell you the story of the day that all stopped. This is the story of the time I thought my mother left me in the mall. The full story begins in Sinai Hospital in Baltimore, Maryland on May 7th at 11:06 a.m., but today's story begins at Security Mall in Baltimore, Maryland. It's a typical day for little me shopping with my mother and brother at the mall for God knows what, but going about my business. I asked my mother for something I definitely don't need, and like most moms, she says no. Me, being young and bratty, decided it's a good idea to storm ahead of her and my brother in a crowded mall in the middle of the day. It's in this moment my mother makes the decision to teach me about storming off alone just to be dramatic. She alerts the security officer to keep an eye on me as I continue to storm off. He keeps a close eye to make sure I don't get snatched up by some kook roaming the Baltimore Mall. I continue walking, and I'm not dumb, I'm just stubborn. So I turn around and realize my mother and brother are nowhere to be found. My first thought is, okay, they have to be in the mall somewhere. So I start to walk really fast and make about 2 full laps around the mall, peeking in all the major stores and starting to get just a little nervous. I can't find them anywhere. I sit on a bench in the mall for a few minutes, having what is a child version of a panic attack. I think of what to do. At this point, I wasn't old enough to have a phone, and I didn't even know my mother's phone number. I look up and realize there's a security officer nearby. This is, of course, the security officer my mother asked to watch me. I approach the officer and tell him I can't find my mother. He tells me to come with him, and hoping he's not a creep, I follow him into a nearby dress store. He escorts me to the very back of the store, and no, things don't get weird here. In the back of the store, with a smile bigger than the Grinch after he manages to steal Christmas, is my mother. I'm angry she played me like that, but the feeling of relief is bigger than the anger. I immediately hug her. Later on, all 3 of us leave the mall. It's in this very moment I realize my life is not a Disney Channel movie. Storming off is never going to get me what I want in life, but that doesn't mean I don't still think about it. As a parent, my mother saw a problem and was able to correct it in a safe and, I must admit, clever way. To this day, I never forget this moment and how instead of giving in and chasing me down, my mother chose to teach me a lesson the safest way possible. As a child, it is always important to stay near your parents as the world only gets more dangerous. I am grateful that the security officer kept his eye on me and returned me safely to my mother. And as entertaining as the story is, the lesson is important. Protect the children in your life. That includes correcting their bad habits and keeping them out of harm and danger's way the best you can. A huge thank you to everybody that tuned in today, and hopefully you enjoyed this hilarious childhood story of the time I thought I got left in the mall. A shout out to my mom for teaching me the dangers of storming off in a building full of strangers, and I hope you guys will tune back in this Wednesday for What's Up Wednesday. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and follow me, and I will catch you guys next time.